Dorsey's Music World. They're singing in history and musical literacy. Mr. Dorsey's Music World. We're living the dream starts here.
Hi, and welcome to Mr. Dorsey's Music World first grade music lesson number 7. When my students enter my classroom, I usually bow to them. I haven't done that on this video, on the videos previous, because I thought we'd be back in school by now. But since we aren't, we're going to start doing that because I really miss that, and I miss doing that with my students. So you can bow like this, or you can do a fancy bow. So what are we going to do today? Let's find out. We're going to be working on several activities today. After we warm up with a pitch exploration, our movement activity is Hang About. Wise Old Owl is our echo song. We're going to do a beat motion to the song I Can Hammer. We're going to play a Keep the Beat game. Then our song is a mince pie or pudding from the Shakers of New York State. We're going to create in Singing Park, and we're going to learn a new music literacy activity called Ostinato. Okay, let's follow the line with our voice. Let's try it. Ooh. Hang about, arms out, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da-da-da. Hang about, arms out, feet apart, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da-da-da. Hang about, arms out, feet apart, knees together, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da-da-da. Hang about, arms out, feet apart, knees together, tongues out, Alrighty, well, what just happened there? Especially at the end with their tongues out, right? That's weird. So this is our first movement activity right now called Hang About. And as you can see, Mr. Dorsey on the left was the leader. Mr. Dorsey on the right was the follower or the group. One-person group. So you follow what Mr. Dorsey on the left says. And then when we get to the chant, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da-da-da. You say that together. Okay? As you notice, it's also cumulative. That's a big word for kindergartners. Cumulative. And all that means is every time we did it, we added something new. So we did hang about, arms out, boom. And then we did the chant. Then we did hang about, arms out, feet apart, and then the chant, and then we added something new to it every time until we got to the tongue, and then all crazy, right? So this time, I'm just going to be the leader, and you're not going to see the group, because you're going to do that at home, okay? Coolios. Here we go. Hang about, arms out, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da-da-da. Hang about, arms out, feet apart, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da, boom-dee-da-da-da. Hang about, arms out, feet apart, knees together. Boom ti ta, boom ti ta, boom ti ta ta ta. Hang about, arms out, feet apart, knees together. Thunder, dun da da, dun da da, dun da 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 da. Our echo song today is Wise Old Owl. All right, so we're going to go through it twice. The first time I'm going to say it in rhythm without the melody, and then the second time I'll add the melody to it. All right, here we go. Echo after me. One of these days, look up and see a wise old owl sitting in a tree. He'll look at you and he'll look at me. Those two big eyes, they don't scare me. One of these nights, when raindrops fall, he'll give a hoot, he'll give a call. Okay, now I'm going to sing it and you echo it, okay? One of these days, look up and see a wise old owl sitting in a tree. He'll look at you and he'll look at me. Those two big eyes, they don't scare me. One of these nights, when raindrops fall, he'll give a hoot, he'll give a call. I can hammer with one hammer. So, I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with two. Okay, let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, sing. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with two. Now, how you play this is, as you saw and heard, we keep adding each verse. You change the number to the next number, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. So for number 1, you just use one fist like you're hammering. Then for 2, both fists. Then for 3, both fists and one leg. 4, both fists and both legs. And 5th hammer is our head. Don't ever hammer anything with your head, because that would be super weird and you would get hurt. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with one hammer. I can hammer with two. I can hammer with two hammers. I can hammer with two hammers. I can hammer with two hammers. I can hammer with three. I can hammer with 3 hammers. I can hammer with 3 hammers. I can hammer with 3 hammers. I can hammer with 4. I can hammer with 4 hammers. I can hammer with 4 hammers. I can hammer with 4 hammers. I can hammer with 5. I can hammer with 5 hammers. I can hammer with 5 hammers. I can hammer with 5 hammers. Then I can hammer no more.
It's time to stand up and move.
All right, it is time to stand up and move. Okay, it's not in 3D, so this probably won't stick you. All right, anyway, so I have my pipe or whistle, and I also have a drum here, and I'm going to play both at the same time. How are you going to do that, Mr. Dorsey? Well, this pipe the whistle only has 3 holes in it, so I can play it with one hand, and then I can hit the drum with the other hand. Why are we doing that? Because we're going to play a keeping the beat game where depending on what you hear, you're going to do something different. So when you hear the whistle, you're going to clap your hands. To the beat. When you hear the drum, you're going to march to the beat. When you hear both, you're going to clap your hands and march to the beat. And finally, if you hear nothing, you freeze. All right, so I made a quick example. So watch this quick example, and then we're going to play the game. All right? All right, did everybody see how that goes? All right, so let's play the game, right? Coolios. All right. So what's the whistle again? Right, clap your hands. What's the drum? March to the beat. Both? Both. And nothing is freeze. All right, here we go.
Mr. Dorsey's Music World History Minute.
The Shakers are a religious group that lived in New York State and the Northeast United States starting in the 1770s. They came from Great Britain. They originally settled near our state capital, Albany. They formed villages where they lived and worshipped. They were very hard-working people. When they came together to worship, they would sing and dance. In a Shaker village, men and women were treated equal, even during times in the United States where women weren't. Some people didn't understand them and called them Shakers because of how they danced. Instead of getting mad, they took the name and started calling themselves that. There are only 3 Shakers left today, and they live in Maine.
Mr. Dorsey's Music World History Minute.
Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. I've got a pie all baked complete with pudding too, that's very sweet. I've got a pie all baked complete with pudding too, that's very sweet. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Okay, echo after me, please, with the melody. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. I've got a pie all baked complete with pudding too, that's very sweet. I've got a pie all baked complete with pudding too, that's very sweet. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Let's sing it together. 1, 2, ready and sing. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. I've got a pie all baked complete with pudding too, that's very sweet. I've got a pie all baked complete with pudding too, that's very sweet. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer. Welcome here, I'll be alive and be of good cheer.
Welcome to our singing park. It's such a place to see. Come along and sing along with all your friends and me.
Welcome to Singing Park, where you can only sing. Watch this quick example to see what we're gonna do today. How are you feeling today? Good. How are you feeling today? I am good. How are you feeling today? I am good, Mr. Dorsey. How are you? Okay, so if you notice, what Mr. Dorsey did was each time I started off with a 1-word answer, and then a 2 or 3 word answer, and then a full sentence. So I'm going to sing the song 3 times now, and each time you answer, try to add more to it. Just do the best you can. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today?
Mr. Dorsey's Music World Literacy Lesson.
Ta 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 ti ta 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 ti ta. Oh, said the blackbird sitting on a tree, I had a wife as well as thee, but she flew away and never came back. Ever since then, my head's been black. So, what did you see there? Think about it for a second. Okay, yeah, there were two Mr. Dorseys. Yep, they were both doing different things. Okay. Yes, one was singing Pourquoi, the song that goes, Oh, said the blackbird, that we did in a previous lesson. Yeah, the other Mr. Dorsey was saying the rhythms and clapping the rhythms. But not the rhythm of the melody, something different. Well, that's good. What Mr. Dorsey on the right was doing was called an ostinato. Everybody say ostinato. 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 All right, an ostinato is a repeated musical pattern. Mr. Dorsey, why don't you just say repeated musical pattern instead of ostababapa-dubao? Well, it's ostinato. That's okay. I messed it up the first million times I said it too. Because there are a lot of musical terms, usually having to do with volume or tempo or other directions, and this one's another direction, that are in Italian. And that's because a long time ago, when people first started printing out music, Italy was a place where they were printing out a lot of music. And so it's just kind of become tradition, I guess, to do a lot of terms, musical terms in Italian. So that's it. So when you watch that video, what did you notice about the volume of both parts? Right. The Mr. Dorsey that was singing the lyrics and the melody was louder than the Mr. Dorsey doing the ostinato. Because in a song, the melody, and if you have lyrics, that is the most important part of the song, and that should always be louder or stronger than everything else. The rhythm is cool, right? Rhythm is always cool. But as you remember from a few lessons ago, we sang that song without the ostinato. So while the ostinato adds something and makes it cooler, it's not the most important part, and you can sing the song without it. So that should always be a little bit softer. Okay? So the ostinato that I did here today was ta, 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 ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, 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 ti, ta. And that's ta, 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 ti, ta, and repeat it. So what I want you to do now is we're going to do it twice. I'm going to put the video back on from the beginning. And don't worry about singing the song right now. Just do the ostinato along with Mr. Dorsey on the right while listening to the song to see how they go together. Okay? Then I'm going to come back on and sing this by myself, and I want to see if you can do the ostinato without any help. All right? I'll sing it and you do the ostinato. All right, I'll be right back. Ta 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 ti ta 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 ti ta. Oh, said the blackbird sitting on a tree, I had a wife as well as thee, but she flew away and never came back. Ever since then, my head's been black. Okay, so can you do the ostinato without me? I think you can. All right, so I'm going to sing the song now once, just the first verse, okay? 1, 2, ready and go. Oh, said the blackbird sitting on a tree, I had a wife as well as thee, but she flew away and never came back. Ever since then, my head's been black. Did you get it? Good. And if you didn't, even if you got it, go back and watch this sequence again, because the more you do it, the easier it'll get. Well, that's it for today, boys and girls. I always enjoy making music with you. I wish we could do it in person because there's nothing that replaces that, but this is the best we can do right now. So before we go, let's bow goodbye. Or you can bow fancy. Remember that. Remember, bowing is great because it not only shows respect to people, but also you don't touch someone to say hello, and that's very important right now.
Mr. Dorsey's Music World. They're singing in history and musical literacy. Mr. Dorsey's Music World.